Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I thought I'd do a quick tutorial just on how to make these beautiful little flowers. Now they're made out of the watercolour paper and they're absolutely gorgeous, and I've also got a couple of butterflies as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. They're really easy and they're really fun to make as well, and they're so pretty. Now what I did with this one, I did it two different ways. I cut the paper out. Well, I didn't actually, I got a die cut, and I cut out the shapes and then coloured them, and that's what I did on these. But on this one I actually coloured the whole sheet of watercolour paper, and I think this is probably the easiest way, especially if you want all your flowers to be sort of like the similar colour, which is quite nice, and I think they come out really lovely. And it's a lot easier and a lot less messy, but today I'm going to just show you how to do it when they've already been cut out. So I've got everything ready, so I'm going to pop these to the side. I'm going to also make some lovely tiny little ones as well. So I've got three different sizes here. The die cut I'm using is one here which I actually got from AliExpress. I'm not sure whether that's the number, so I won't give you that number. They're just three different sizes of flowers, but I'm sure you've all got die cuts of flowers, and you can also use little punches as well. So these are the ones which I actually cut from the piece of ready done watercolour paper, which is really nice. You have to excuse my nails, I broke them all and now they look all awful. That's what happens when you do housework. So I need to just stick to crafting, I think. So let's have a look. Now I've got all these little bits ready as well, which are, so I'm trying to get everything organised, which are these little stamen things that you put inside flowers. You can buy them in great big bundles like this, and all as I did, I popped some together, rolled a few together, and stuck them together and popped a little bit of glitter on the end, and I think they look really pretty, and that's what I popped. Let's have a look in the middle of here, middle of the flowers, and the middle of these lovely little ones as well, like that. That one I haven't got any glitter on it, and these ones here, all as I did on these ones, I just coloured them with the ink. Instead of putting glitter on, I just inked them. So if you're going to buy any of these, they come in really handy to do different projects with. Try and just sort of like get the white, because then you can colour them to whatever colour that you're actually using. Just ink them up, really easy to do. So let me just ink some of these. So what I'm going to do, these ones, this one I did here, if you wanted the same colour, I did the antique linen and a little bit of the seedless preserve. Okay, so I just wiped it on the table and then blocked it in and dried it off. So that's what I'm going to do with this one, but I'm not going to use those two colours. I'm going to use the peacock feather and the antique linen as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit down like this, and a little bit of this one here, like that, and then spray it. Nice bit of water on there, and then just dip them in. Just easy, a little bit of both colours like that, and I think that looks really nice. And then when I shall dry that off, so it's quite simple. And the watercolour paper is great because it soaks it in. Obviously it's watercolour paper, but it really is a good paper to make these flowers with, because it sort of like goes quite hard afterwards, so they're not flimsy. So I'm also going to do a butterfly, and I'll do it in the same colour. So again, I've got two different butterfly sizes here, so we'll do it all in these blues and sort of almost greeny colour now. Just pop these in here, but again, whatever colours you like you can use. Now I'm going to quickly blast these with my heat gun. lets those dry off a little bit, I'm just going to dab a little bit more on them like this, just a little bit. It depends how dark you want them, just a little bit of colour like that. And then I'm going to do a couple of the little ones as well, because I love this bluey green. So I'm going to pop those in here like that. So you can always, if you've got the inks, the spray bottles, you can just spray them as well. So whichever way you prefer to colour your paper, you can do. This is just easier for me to show you like this. Right, if I can pick it up. Right, let me just wipe this down, making a nice mess as normal. Okay, let's pop these on here and dry it off. I'll just speed this up a little bit so you don't have to watch me do this. Okay, so that's them all nice and dry, and I think the colours come out lovely like that. Really, really nice. Now I have inked the edge on this one here. This one I didn't ink the edge, and I think that looks really pretty like that. On this one, if you wanted it a bit more grungy, you can just sort of like ink the edge. I just did that with a vintage photo, depending on what sort of thing you want them for, really, whether you want them grungy or not. Now I've dried them, I'm actually going to wet them again. So I'm going to make a couple of little pink ones as well, because I just love these little dinky ones here. And I think they go on lots of little projects, because you can put that in your cards, and these would even fit in your journals. If you had a pretty little journal, you could use those as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn them over like this, and then I'm going to just spritz the back of them so they're nice and wet. Turn them over, not that it really matters which way round they are. I'm going to spritz them again like this, because this is where we need to scrunch them all up. And I like to dry them after I've put the colour on, because then you can see what actual colour they come out. Because if you scrunch them up, sometimes you can't really see, you lose a lot of the colour. So let's just turn them back over like this and spritz them again, just like this. I really want to just let them soak up some of the water. I'll just dry my hands like this. So what I'm going to do now, there's my little, I've got a little, just a little paintbrush, just so you can find the middle, so you can just push it in like that, just so you can find the middle. And what I've done, I just scrunch it up. So the wetter the better, because then you will they'll scrunch up nicely. So there we go, I just scrunch it up, just press the end in so the ends go all nice and wrinkly. There we go, that's what you want to end up with. So another one here, whoopsie daisy, pop it so you've got the middle up like that, and then just scrunch them up like this, all nice and scrunchy. Now the first time I did it, I actually left them overnight. So I did them in the evening, and then I left them overnight, and they dried lovely. So if you can do that, the better. Or I'm just going to dry these ones with the heat gun. Just going to scrunch them all up like this. Just pop that in the middle so you find your middle bit and scrunch them all up. Okay, I'll fast forward this little bit while I do the rest of the flowers. Okay, so that's the little flowers done. Now the butterflies, all as I did, I folded them in half, and then I sort of like concertinaed them up like that, and then just scrunched them up just like that, just so you get like a little wrinkly on here, so you get like a little wrinkly wing like that. And then with this one, just fold it up in half like that, and then just sort of like concertina it up just like that, and just give it a good scrunch around. Okay, and just wipe this off. What do they do with my tissue? There we go. Okay, just scrunch it up like that. I'm just going to give it a quick blast as well with the heat gun. That's the butterfly, I think. This is the flower. Pop those in like that and just give it a quick blast. Okay, so it's better if you leave them. The longer you leave them, the better. Okay, so these are still quite damp, but look, that's how it comes out. So it's just beautiful, isn't it? And they're really, really lovely. So where's the other side? I think this is the middle one. So you can always scrunch them up a little bit more. It depends how grungy and scrunchy you want them. But like that. And then you've got one of the little ones like this. Then you just pop those in on top of each other. But I think they look so, so pretty. Like this. So I'm going to leave these little ones because I can do those later. So I'm going to pop these ones back over here. Like this. That's the butterfly. Pop those there. So this is the butterfly. Scrunch that up a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do, so look, you open it out and you've got this lovely, lovely butterfly that's all sort of crinkly. I think I'm making up words again now. Okay, can always do that. So that's how you want it to sort of look, so you can go over the top. Again, layer the colours, different colours you can have, but that's your general idea on how to scrunch them all up. I've got a pink one ready, so I'm going to pop this one to the side, and I'm going to just quickly dry this a bit more. Okay, so that's pretty dry now. You can tell when they go a bit hard, because when they're really dry they go nice. And the weight of the paper is 300 grams, and I believe it's 140 pound watercolour paper, so it's a nice thick sturdy paper. I'll pop a link to the watercolour paper below anyway. It's Narteza make. So that's the little flower. Now these ones here, I'm going to just pop that one up here just to dry, and I'll show you how I pop the butterfly together. Now what I've also done, I edged it with a little bit of glitter, and all as I did, I got a little cotton bud like this. I got a little bit of glue. Let's pop this, and we don't want that one, we want a bit of this. I got a little bit of glue like this on here, like that, and then let me have a look. Let me pop it on the blue one. Well, all I did, now we need a bit of glitter. Let's pop this on here. So it's exactly the same as how you would sort of glitter anything else. Now I'm using the Snow White, so you just pop that on here like that, a little bit of glitter, and then I took a little cotton bud and I just went around the edges, so I just touched the edges like that. Now you don't have to go all the way around if you don't want to, and you can also go sort of like in the middly bits, like that. This will probably be better with the one in the middle, or the smaller one, so you can actually see it. And then all you do is just dip it in like this. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Now probably be better off if you sprinkle this on. Just making a big mess now. Like that. So look how delicate that looks. Okay, and then with the flowers as well, what I did, I'm going to show you how I did it this one. Like this. Opened it out like that. Now I'm going to take, what have I got? these will do, my little pliers, just so you've got something, a pair of tweezers or something. Just hold the end, okay, if you can, just hold the end like that, and then just dip the petals in, just a little random, just so you've got a little bit of glue just on the edges, and then just dip it into your glitter like that, so it just, you can just see it, whoopsie daisy, you can just see it around the edges, and I think that looks really pretty. So you don't need a lot, and this Snow White, it just gives it a lovely little sheen to it, a little shimmer on it, and it's the same sort of colour as you'd have in sort of like the Stickles glue. So let's pop that to the side. So that's quite simple to do. Now I'm going to pop this together. Now I'm going to make the little butterfly and the little flower, and then we'll make the big flower. So you could make lots and lots of these up as you go, and then have a nice little supply of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the little flower first. I'm just going to take my little pokey mat, my little foam mat, like this, and what I'm going to do is going to poke a hole through the middle like that, just because I want to pop one of these through. Whoops. Just pop that through there, if it will go through. And make a bigger hole. Let's make a bigger hole. There we go. So that just goes through, and how pretty is that? Lovely. And what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of glue like that, and just pop a bit of glue just on the tip there, just so it doesn't fall through. And there we go, and then you've got your little flower like that. Pop that to the side. So that's quite simple. And the butterfly I'm going to stick together. Now actually what I'm going to do, let's take this off a minute. I'm going to take these, now these are, I've made the same little ones, but I've made sort of like little antenna for the butterfly. So I'm just going to fold it over like that, okay, and I'm going to glue it to the big one. I'm just going to glue this down here like that, and glue that onto the big one. There we go, and stick that down. Stick. Go. And I'm going to pop this one on the top like that. All fingers and thumbs today. Just push that in there. Just like that. So then we've got the little antenna on there, which looks pretty. I'm going to get this back again because I want to make another little hole in here. Now you can just leave it like that. You can put some glitter down the front, you can put some beads on there. I'm going to actually pop the little flower inside on it like that. So just make a hole through the middle, and then we take our little flower and we just pop him in there like that. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on there, just so he holds tight in there like so. And then what I'm going to do, a little bit of glue on the back, and I would leave that little long bit there as well, because you can glue that down onto something like that so he stays put, so it's a bit more 3D, so that's something to attach it to. But I think they look so pretty, and again you can make any colours you like. So now I'm going to pop this one together. Now again you can put glitter around the edges, or I'm going to just leave this one as it is because I'm quite liking it like this. Let's pop this one in here like that, squash it down, a little bit of glue in there, pop the middle one in Again, you can have lots of different colours. If you wanted sort of like a little rainbow flower, you could do that. Or you could have them sort of like different blues going through, which look really nice, wouldn't it? So that looks really pretty. Now what I'm going to do, make another little hole through here. Like that. We go, pop this big one through. Will that go through? There. I think that looks really pretty. Or I tell you what we could do. If I take some of these, I'll show you how I colour them. Take a bunch of these. Doesn't really matter. They're all quite. So if I take, say, about 4, so we've got about 8 of them. Let's put those in there. Like that. Squash them up together like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this and just go over them. Just a little bit like that. Pop the lid on. Wipe it over. Just like that. Let's get rid of that. So that you can colour them. I'm going to just spritz it, just so it's a bit more diluted, I think. There we go, that's better. Let's see if we can take that. I don't think it needs the sparkly bits on this one. See if I can take this one out. Come out. Don't stay in there. Okay, pop them in there. Pop you back in. Like that. Make a bigger hole, I think. You probably won't be all fingers and thumbs when you do it at home. It's a bit difficult sometimes trying to do everything on so you're not off the camera, so you're not out of shot. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to just add a little bit of glue onto there. I think these look really, really pretty. Look at that. So they're very, very simple to do. So if you like your sparkly bits, I think that would look really, really pretty. Even if you had like a little picture frame, you could pop that in the corner. So if you've got grandchildren or your children, you could pop that in the corner. I think that would look really pretty with some flowers. You could decorate a lovely picture frame with those. I think they would look pretty. And there we go. Okay guys, well that's the simple easy way of making a little watercolour paper flower, and I think they look really, really pretty. So it's a nice little, I'm going to do lots more. I'm going to do lots of these, I think. I'm going to cut it out of this because I love this colour. I think they come out really, really lovely. So there we go. It's an easy peasy little tutorial for you. And again, you don't have to make them this big. You can make them smaller. Just make them little small ones like that. But I think they look really, really lovely. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me. You have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you soon. Alright, take care. Bye bye.